Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've had this one for a bit. I didn't want to rush and make a video, but I also don't really need 20 minutes to cover it. So here's a quick take that took a while to get to. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this great discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Alright, enough talk. Let's get right into it. So this printer has become a surprisingly reliable teammate since I picked it up from Amazon in the used like new section. Something I do often, and usually feel good about. I swapped out an old Brother laser printer that was more than a decade old, and the Wi-Fi headaches I kept having with that machine are exactly what pushed me toward this HP. The idea of a Wi-Fi healing feature sounded nice, and I was hopeful more than anything. Installation was effortless and intuitive. I plugged it in, turned it on, and followed the prompts. It connected to the wireless network immediately, which felt almost too easy. I printed a test document wirelessly and it came out crisp and clear right away. I have a 3-story house, so I ran a test from the second floor the next day and it still printed promptly and cleanly. I also scanned and copied a document, and the results were quick and the copy looked as crisp as the original. One thing that keeps impressing me is how versatile this printer feels after a year. Printing from a USB drive is a quiet luxury I didn't think I'd care about, but it's handy when I only need one page from a long PDF, and sending a document from a laptop or a phone is practical, especially when you just want a single page or a specific page from a longer file. The auto document feeder on the scanner is a real time saver, though I've learned not to overload it. A rough guideline of around 25 sheets helps prevent jams, which is worth noting if you're feeding a stack in bulk. Noise is a frequent point of chatter with printers, and this one isn't whisper quiet. For its speed, the sound is reasonable in my view. If you crave total silence, you'll probably spend more, but the trade-off is acceptable when you're printing in a living space. There is a soft noise option buried in the settings, but in practice I haven't noticed a dramatic difference. Toner is the one caveat that I don't love. HP uses a chip to verify authorized toner, and I've stuck with a cheaper generic toner for years without any headaches. I tend to skip firmware upgrades to avoid potential hiccups, since those updates can sometimes tilt the balance toward requiring HP brand cartridges. It's a little thing, but it's my workflow. Connectivity has had occasional hiccups. Internet drops on the printer, you reset, you reconnect. YouTube has a ton of videos with fixes for this specific model and others, which is a relief when you're troubleshooting. The key is to follow the setup directions carefully the first time, and you'll save yourself time and frustration. Shipping for the used purchase was a drag in my case, with delays and a password on delivery requirement that cost me work time. That's not the printer's fault, but it's a reminder to plan a buffer with resellers and carriers. Still, after more than a year and a move or two, this printer is going strong. I've kept the box just in case, which seems sensible with these more complex devices. Overall, this is a good printer that fits a home office or small family setup with enough features to be genuinely useful, without turning into a headache right now. I'd say this is 5 stars for my needs. Alright, that's going to be it for today. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll catch you in the next video.